Hello there. This video is an album review of Linkin Park's debut album, Hybrid Theory. Now, I've never really been much of a Linkin Park listener, but this is like episode 1 of my album reviews, so I guess I'm starting here. Right. I just listened to the album, so it's still pretty fresh in my mind. I took a fair bit of notes here, and I'm gonna be citing these notes and reviewing the album that way. Right. Hold on, just scroll up. Right. So first off, we have the opening track, Paper Cut, and the first of my notes here is the drum machine intro to that song. I think the first bar, maybe first bar and a half or so, sounds a lot like Stranger in Moscow by Michael Jackson. Then there's the pretty cool rap cadence throughout the song. That was probably my favorite part of it, or one of my favorite parts of it. There were lyrical themes of what seemed to be paranoia, which, everybody feels paranoid from time to time. There was a pretty epic bridge as well. And my overall rating of the song is a 10 out of 10. It's good. Right. Then there's the second track called One Step Closer. It has some good instrumentation, a cool guitar riff. Oh, I forgot to do this at the beginning of the video. Quick content warning. This album deals with some darker themes, like poor mental health and whatnot. So just viewer discretion is advised. Right. Good instrumentation, cool guitar riff, lyrical themes of losing one's sanity and possibly thoughts, but I don't know for 100% sure. I'm not really 100% sure as to what all these songs are about. Oh god, another one of my notes. There's this part where Chester Bennington tells the listener to shut up very loudly and repeatedly. Shut up when I'm talking to you! Hey, I'll shut up. Hey, I'll shut up. Dude. Shut up when I'm talking to you! I can't shut up if you... Shut up! Okay, calm down. Shut up! See what I mean? It's very abrasive. It's pretty good though. It's my overall rating is a 9 out of 10. Then there's With You. It has a catchy chorus as well as a weird and slightly unsettling intro. I think this is the first song on the album to have lyrical themes of a toxic past relationship, which is going to get very common in a minute. There's a overall pretty dark and heavy tone to this song, and there's this Tom Morello breakdown before the bridge. There's weird guitar blips and stuff. Yeah. My overall rating of the song is 7.894 out of 10. Then there's Points of Authority, which had this almost vocal sounding riff, synth thing in the intro. Great guitar riff. Lyrical themes of a toxic relationship, again. Remember, kids, this is called foreshadowing. There's a cool Mike Shinoda verse. I think the song, like, maybe should have been called You Live What You Do. It's broken! You like to think you're never wrong. You live what you do. And there's, like, a pretty chaotic outro with, like, weird stuff happening. My rating of the song is an 8.994 out of 10. Then there's Crawling. This one is very interesting. There's a weird, unsettling, like, shaky breath thing in the intro. I'll, like, play a brief clip of that. It's kind of creepy. And, the chorus is one of the first things to start in the song, and it starts very abruptly. It's, like, notably sadder and more melancholy than the first two ones. And, I think it has lyrical themes of, either inability to move on from past trauma, schizophrenia, or body dysmorphia. I honestly can't tell which one. Maybe all three, maybe none of them. There's some cool, like, cross-sticking or rim knocks or whatever you call it on the drums during the verse. And the drums are also very syncopated, but it's still in 4/4. My overall rating of this song is a 9.4 out of 10. Then we have Runaway, which is catchy, has some pretty spacey vibes. Lyrical themes of a toxic relationship, again. Foreshadowing. It has, I think it also has, like, a lot of themes of being lied to. Chester just, like, absolutely screams like crazy during this song as well. I'm gonna run away and open up my mind. There's some quarter note snares during the outro, and I do love me some quarter note snares, so that's pretty cool. My overall rating of this song is a 9.8 out of 10. Then we have By Myself. It's very angry and heavy. It has a abrupt start. It has a good hook, the whole I can't hold on thing. There's lyrical themes of depression and isolation. Chester screams like an absolute maniac. I'm, like, gonna play a clip so you'll see what I mean. Just end up getting hurt again by myself. I ask why, but in my mind I can't rely on myself. There's a cool drumless bridge with just Mike Shinoda. There's a similar sort of, like, weird, spacey, almost vocal synth like on Runaway. My overall rating of this song is 8.35 out of 10. And then we have the song that pretty much everybody knows. In the End. There's the piano intro, which is possibly MIDI. It's probably, like, the most popular and well-known song from the album. It's actually, like, surprisingly radio-friendly for this album. It has, from what I've gathered, lyrical themes of futile efforts and, of course, past toxic relationships. That's a very common theme on this album. It's pretty well mixed. It has a non-abrupt outro, and my overall rating of the song is an 8.9 out of 10. Then there's A Place for My Head. This one's good. It has a mellowish guitar intro with a drum, like, jump scare, pretty much. I'll have to play a clip. It's pretty catchy, and you'll never guess what the lyrical themes are. A toxic past relationship. I mean, obviously. Mike Shinoda does pretty good on this. There's a good chorus, then there's like a whispery bridge thing with a cello.
You try to take the best of me, go away. You try to take the best of me, go away. You try to take the best of me, go away. You try to take the best of me, go away.
Then immediately after the bridge, Chester just absolutely screams his ass off, which, might I add, is a very common thing with this album. My overall rating of the song is a 9.91 out of 10. Then there's Forgotten, which has an abrupt start, a loud, quiet, loud structure. This is the one I was the most unsure about the lyrical themes of. But I think it's possibly about depression and anger and, like, probably another past toxic relationship. It's pretty catchy, though, and my overall rating of the song is an 8 out of 10. Then there's Cure for the Itch. This one's interesting. There's this, like, really weird intro, and it's kind of unsettling. There's this, like, weird announcer thing, and there's, like, bit crushed stuff, and there's what almost sounds like a recording of Chester coughing up blood.
Folks, we have a very special guest for you tonight. I'd like to introduce...
I don't know. And during the intro, there's this, like, weird bit-crushed scream of, like, the name of whoever this Mr. Hahn is. I've never heard of Mr. Hahn in my life before listening to this album. This is actually, like, a mostly instrumental song. It has occasional, like, beat switches and a lot of, like, glitchy stuff, which is pretty cool. There's some orchestra in there, which I did not expect. There's also some pretty heavy DJ influence, and my overall rating of the song is a 9 out of 10. Then we have the last, like, song on the standard edition of this album, Pushing Me Away. It has a mellow intro, lyrical themes of depression, and possibly another toxic relationship. The song itself is actually pretty similar to In the End. It has an excellent chorus, and not too much of Chester screaming. So, yeah. My overall rating of the song is a 10 out of 10. Right. And now we're getting into the bonus tracks. Right. The first bonus track is High Voltage. This song actually isn't about mental health issues. It's almost entirely Mike Shinoda, and it has, like, lyrical themes of him being a space god, which is actually pretty unique for this album. And Chester, like, only has a very brief part, and there's more orchestra. I think this might be, like, more orchestra than A Cure for the Itch. My overall rating of the song is a 10 out of 10. Then there's My December, which is slow. It has lyrical themes of, I guess, deep remorse and maybe isolation. It's comparatively melancholy and mellow compared to the rest of the album. The outro of the song sounds even more like Stranger in Moscow by Michael Jackson, like even more so than the intro of Paper Cut. And there's a fade out. One thing I forgot to mention about all these songs is that they either end abruptly and have like a brief bit of vocals after all the instruments stop, or have like a somewhat instrumental outro like on In the End. But this one actually has a fade out, which is pretty cool and unique. And there's like some yeah, it almost has a floaty vibe, we'll say. My overall rating of the song is a 10 out of 10. It's really good. Right. And now for my overall album rating. 8.5 out of 10. Now, I'm just gonna go over the pros and cons of this album that I wrote. There's some cool rap cadence, like especially on Paper Cut. It's pretty catchy overall. There's some good instrumentation. A lot of the sounds on the songs are like pretty unique, and there's a fair bit of variety. And now for the cons. The lyrical themes were like kind of repetitive. I think there's like 3 songs in a row which are about like a past toxic relationship. Hi, Meower. Oh. Hi. It's my cat. So, and I think that Chester like screams a bit too much. Like, just, I mean, just listen to that one part of One Step Closer. The album can be pretty abrasive at times, and there were like a couple moments where I was like, what is going on? Which is, yeah. And I think like one of my main criticisms of this album is that there's like too many back-to-back songs about toxic relationships, like especially past toxic relationships. Hi, Editing Max here. When I said that one of my main criticisms of this album was the repetitive lyrical themes and the past toxic relationships, I'm not trying to deny or downplay the immense mental health struggles that Chester Bennington went through during his life. Okay, back to the video. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's not for everybody, but I'd say that it's a pretty good album. All right.